Good morning, everyone. I've recently had to maybe reassess how I'm putting together my videos. Um, I spent quite a bit of time on shorts and went down that rabbit hole and actually ended up getting demonetized because some of them were what was classed as reused or repurposed content. So I've had to kind of roll back from that. Part of the problem there is YouTube doesn't actually tell you which short or video you could flag for. From what I can gather, having watched other videos on YouTube, um, it tends to be if you get a viral one, then the AI bots tend to move in on you, and that seems to have been what's happened with me. So I'm in the process of probably going towards remonetization. I'm not particularly worried about that, but I'm avoiding shorts, let's say, and I'm looking at how I put my video structure together. And in doing this, hopefully maybe I'll give you an insight into how maybe you can improve your video structure and how you put things together. So usually what I'd start with is try and do it as I'm doing it now. It's just a straight take. To this kind of live on a conversation. I might have a few notes, but basically I'm trying to bullet point it rather than script it so that it's more natural and more of a conversation with the camera or with the viewer, you the viewer. Video structure, basically I'm trying not to put loads of graphics and stuff into it, so this is a one take, and a that's where I'm going with this one. um, any video structure is going to have an introduction, a body, and a close. Those are three basic things that you'll put into any video, and that's the kind of target areas that I look at. My introduction, which is the start of any video, will have a question, a bold statement, or will share some expertise. Um, Basically, you're setting up what the viewer expecting in the body. I suppose with this one, I'm kind of setting up the fact that I'm looking at video structure. I'm also having a little waffle about why I'm actually going down this particular route, but hopefully you get something out of it as well. It's my new way of doing it. So let's move to the second bit, the body. The body in itself should contain 3 to 5 points that you want to target. Um, with this, I'm looking at just how I put the actual a video together. Um, Part of that is that the 3 to 5 points should be have kind of a flow to them. You should plan those that you can hit them. I would say don't overscript them, which is what I'm trying to do with this today. Part of my body is actually breaking down video structure, so I've already started to do that. Um, and using just bullet points. Maybe I use Google Keep, others use Apple Notes or whatever. So it's whatever's keen to you or that you use um, on a regular basis. I tend to be a Google person because I work quite a bit with Android, given the schools I work in and the devices I have to work with, and that's something I have to look at down the line as I move towards retirement this year because I have the luxury of having devices provided for me, so I'm going to have to do some investigation with regards to the device I'm going to move to, which will become my main portal for information and also for dissemination of information. Although quite a few people say it can be done on your phone only. I can try that for a while. I think there's some things I'm quite comfortable with on a laptop and whatever, so I'd probably have to go back to that kind of medium at some stage to finalize stuff up. Quite a bit of the typing up for description and stuff like that. I feel a lot easier doing it on a laptop, so I do. So um, that's where I'd be looking to work. We've done the intro, we've done the body. You should then be hitting the close, which should include a call to action, as they call it, a CTA, for to call it its better abbreviation. Obviously, a request to subscribe, maybe leave a comment, or sign up to a webinar or newsletter. They I pointed them to the next video, which could link to a probable or possible companion piece, and I'll link you to one with regards to this. Uh, it will appear on screen. But realistically, what we're looking at is with your clothes, not to clutter it. So whenever you're doing your actual clothes, try not to clutter it up. Um, Check out the video on the screen, name it, and realistically, at the end of the day, that's where you're going with your clothes from the point of view. You're pointing them to a video, and you want to name it or whatever, and go for it. Title and thumbnail, a few pauses as you video to allow for good video shots of you that can be used in the thumbnails. Schedule your time so as to avoid interruptions and put other devices on silent. That seems pretty straightforward to most people. Um, I'm recording this on the fly, so I'm actually out working in schools doing my outreach counselling work. It's on a break, so I'm just hoping that no school bells or anything go off in the meantime. So I don't have a lot of control over that one. Um, don't worry about the mistakes; they make for a realistic take as you're going for an at live look. Um, and resist the idea, obviously, of stopping or, God forbid, starting over, which I really wouldn't want to do. At the end of the day, I've tried that, and you'll never get to the end because you keep looking for perfection, which is not really what we are looking for. Um, the other piece of advice I got: create a playlist that's a podcast. It extends the reach of any video you have. So this will become the first part of a podcast linking me and my uh, YouTube journey after demonetization. That's kind of where I'm at with this and how I'm coming back from that in a way. Also, I'm looking at it from the point of view of that over 60s YouTuber, um, and my imparting of information. I know loads of people talk about over 60s and whatever, but I mean, like, if I'm talking to a 30 or 40-year old, they're not going to want a 20-year-old life coach. They haven't even been or had any life experiences. They've hardly learned how to ride a bike, never mind, give life advice. Also, work life balance advice and stuff like that. Someone like me who's been right through and is now at the other end looking to retire would have more of a handle on how to manage time, etc. So that's kind of where I'm going with this particular group of videos, or my next kind of run with my niche on YouTube. So I hope you like that. I hope you enjoy it. Do follow me, do subscribe, do like the video, and of course put comments in if you want to see anything else along this type of thing into the comment section. And also, um, as I do, link into that video that I put up as part of the link for the next part of this. So thanks all. Realistically, at the end of the day, it really is about hoping this has helped you, and I'll see you in the next one.